the Gibson Les Paul versus the Fender Telecaster. Today, we're going to find out which one is better, or more popular, or most viewed. And we're going to use science to get there. First things first, let's talk about the Fender Telecaster. So the Fender Telecaster was first introduced to the world in 1950. Leo Fender designed it, and it was actually the first successful commercial solid body guitar that was introduced. So originally came out in this butterscotch blonde, and its sister guitar was the Esquire, which only had one pickup. Now originally came out as the Broadcaster, as a lot of people might know, but Gretsch had a dispute with that because they had a drum set named that, so they took the sticker, cut it in half, and it became the Nocaster. That was kind of the common nature. It just said Fender on the headstock. And then with the advent of TV, it became the Telecaster. So this right here is my butterscotch blonde Fender Player Series Telecaster. It's an Asher Alder body, maple neck, 25.5-inch scale length. This is a great guitar. I bought this at, I'll say I bought it at Guitar Center, and I love this instrument. The Gibson Les Paul came out in 1952, so 2 years after the Telecaster, and it was designed by John Hughes, in collaboration with, of course, Les Paul, who the guitar is named after. So it's a mahogany body, maple cap on the top, mahogany neck, I think rosewood fingerboard, shorter scale, 25.75 inches scale. So originally introduced to be an expensive alternative or expensive guitar that's out there. So it was supposed to be a high-end guitar, more expensive. That was the marketing strategy for Gibson. So they produced them until, 58, 60, the Sunburst guitars were deemed a failure. The first came out as a gold top, but the Sunburst ones that came out, Gibson said, nope, sales were bad, they're a failure. So they stopped producing the Les Paul as we know it today, and they came out in 1961 with the SG, which was the originally going to be called Les Paul. Les Paul, when his deal was up, his contract was up, he dropped the name off of the SG, but Gibson, because the Les Paul was gaining a lot of steam, especially those 58 sunbursts with a lot of the artists in the 60s, they started making the Les Paul again in 1968. So this is my Smokehouse Burst Les Paul Studio, and I would not be able to afford a Les Paul. I was very fortunate to win this guitar from Robert Baker, a great YouTuber. So which one is better? Which one do you prefer? So I've been posting short videos for the past month and a half, 2 months, one with the Telecaster and then one with the Gibson Les Paul. And with science, the number of views for the top 10 of each will determine once and for all which one is more preferred, the Telecaster or the Les Paul. Stay tuned. All right, so doing this science thing, well, sort of pseudoscience, I brought in the top 10 videos for each. Now, you can see here on my spreadsheet that I actually posted more with the Les Paul than with the Telecaster. So clearly, my preference is one over the other. However, when we get to the numbers here, we'll see which one was actually got more views and therefore is more preferred, or at least based on this study. So we'll only listen to a couple of the different shorts and maybe some demos of each right here. So before we get to the big reveal, which one is more popular? right, so we've reached the end, and so which one do you think is more popular? Judging by the more views of those two shorts, if you guessed the Telecaster, you were right. So the Telecaster top 10 videos got over 14,726 views, while the Les Paul got 12,898 views. Now that is at the time of this recording and me putting together this video. They will have gotten more views as the days go by, but I don't think the trend is going to lessen. I think the Telecaster just gets more views. Now, I don't know why that is. Maybe more people prefer the Telecaster. Maybe Gibson's been getting a bad name of late. I don't know. I love both guitars, and I think if you can have both of them, have both of them. So this was fun to figure out, and we're gonna keep seeing the data as it piles up and see if maybe it's a Les Paul Studio that's not popular. If I had a Les Paul Classic or something like that, maybe that would get more views. So interesting. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe if you haven't already. Trying to get to 1,000 subscribers before the summer, and we're getting there, but need your help. Thanks.